What's up? What's shaking? Pork chops and bacon. You understand me? It's your boy Ease at Work Boxing. About to hit your boy but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Real deal boxing talk. No bias talk, no racism on this channel. Give it to you 100% about the sport that we love. You understand me? How y'all doing out there, man? Got to talk about this Michael Mckinson versus Pedro Ortiz fight. You understand? Now, throughout Virgil Ortiz's career, the short 18, I think, and 0 victories that he's had, I've noticed that most of his opponents come off losses. But this time, he will be fighting an undefeated fighter, Michael Mckinson, UK fighter, southpaw. But in my opinion, I made a prediction on this video. Check it out. He will get knocked out by Virgil Ortiz. For one, Michael Mckinson only has 2 knockouts. I think Michael Mckinson is 2-0 with only 2 knockouts. He has no power. I'm expecting Virgil Ortiz to knock out Michael Mckinson about the 7th, 8th round. Michael Mckinson jumps in, leads in with hooks, has his chin high up in the air when he leads in with them hooks. Rarely comes behind the jab. When I seen that, I stopped writing in my notebook. I stopped trying to break the fight down. Y'all know how I used to do. And I realized right then, I said, this guy's not going to win this fight. Now, I accuse, and I'll be honest with you, that's what we have to do as men in this world. I accuse Virgil Ortiz of using steroids. I felt like Virgil Ortiz was ducking this man due to the fact of everybody screaming that Mckinson was something to deal with. Now that I see Mckinson and I see that he has no jab, which is the only way to beat Virgil Ortiz Jr., I'm sorry I said that. Now I see why he's so upset with reporters, and I see why he's so upset with talking to people. When you say you have a life-threatening illness and you come back in 2 months, it kind of, raise, question signs, Virgil Ortiz. But I can understand why you're so mad. But now I understand you don't need steroids to beat this dude. Virgil Ortiz has power. He's going to knock this dude out in the 7th, 8th round. Easy. Easy. Jumps in, hooking, no jab. When he jumps in, hooking, he has his chin up high. Virgil Ortiz is going to knock him out real fast and easy. I guarantee y'all that. Just watch tomorrow night. I have the link up. If you want to come on the channel, they'll go to the link. I have no problem with anybody coming on the channel. I also, I made a video about Jose Zepeda. He's going to have to face Regis Prograis at 140 for the WBC vacant title, and I love it because I am a fan of Regis Prograis, and I've been waiting on him to come back and get him a title shot at 140. Since he lost to Josh Taylor, my boy been going out there beating up everything, treating them like little boys. You understand me? And now he's back at a title shot versus Jose Zepeda, which is not going to be an easy fight, y'all. This is going to be a great fight versus Jose Zepeda. Jose is a Mexican fighter that has boxing skills. And he is also southpaw. So like I said, this is going to be a fight of the best hookers, who hook the best, who come behind that jab, who has the best conditioning. This is going to be a great fight, y'all. I'm guessing it's going to be on Top Rank. I know that Regis Prograis is with Probellum Promotions. And I they work with Top Rank real well. But I hope this is a free fight because I want to see Regis go at it. Hopefully this is not a PBC fight. They put 2 cab drives together and put it on pay-per-view nowadays on PBC, on Showtime. So, I hope this is a regular free fight. Check it out, y'all. This is going to be a hell of a fight right here between Regis Prograis and Jose Zepeda. Now, I don't know what's going on with Josh Taylor. Supposed to be fighting, Jack Catterall again. When he has to feel like he lost, which everybody knows he lost. Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Josh Taylor, you can simply beat them by staying behind your jab. I promise you that. If you watch tape on them, if you go and watch Maurice Hooker versus Virgil Ortiz, a jab stops them. A jab stops them. A continuous jab stops both of those fighters. And you seen what Jack Catterall did to beat up on Josh Taylor, right? He used a jab. Simple. A jab. One of the most fundamental punches in boxing is how you beat those two fighters. Easy. No point in talking about Ryan Garcia versus Tank. They already let us know Tank got a bulletproof vest on. That won't be happening. You are welcome to come on to the channel, Unseen and Unseen Boxing, and thank you, bro, for saying what's up. What's good with you, bro? I appreciate you tuning in. Y'all, I got the link up on the comments. If you want to come on the channel, all you got to do is go to StreamYard, baby. It's no problem. You're welcome to come on and talk about this sport of boxing, baby, at any time. Anytime. Let's look at the schedule of boxing. Y'all also know I made a video about Don King owing. Don King owes Dame DuBois for about $400,000 to $900,000, and he ain't answering his phone. Tell me how you feel about that, cat. Don King, you need to pay that man his money, bro. Real talk. Like I said in my last video, Don King think these old guys out here he playing with. Now these young boys ain't playing, man. You better pay that man his money. Now they saying that Don King probably paying off, sanctioning fees for the belt, or he paying off the taxes for Daniel DuBois fighting in the U.S. But if that's true, at least answer the phone for the people. They say they've been calling Don King for 7 weeks and he won't even answer the phone. Don King, what are you on? I will come to your home about that bread. 400,000, 900,000. Who you think you is? Chelsea Clean? Alexander used Anthony Joshua. This is the longest fight in the world. We have been waiting on this fight almost 6 years. Anthony Joshua versus Usyk too. Why would they schedule that fight so far apart? They've been talking about this fight almost 6 months. And I still think Anthony Joshua might get beat up. But since he with Robert Garcia, I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna give him a chance. So Robert Garcia changed fighters. We got Tfm Lopez versus Pedro Campo. Let me go check out who Pedro Campo is right quick on Boxing Bet right quick. Pedro Campo. I'm sure this is a step it up fight. You know what I'm saying? A real confidence fight. It has to be. Because nobody knows Pedro Campo. I'm guessing this is the guy that he's fighting. I'm looking at he's age 30, Orthodox fighter from Mexico. I don't see which weight class he fights at, which division. Super lightweight. Okay, so he is at 140. Okay, so this guy is 34-1, 23 KOs. Okay. All right, T.O. I thought you was fighting a nobody, somebody who just coming to lose. I respect that. All right. I mean, the dude resume, he ain't fought. Hold on, let me see if I see one undefeated fight. Oh, he did fight an undefeated fighter. He fought Carlos Sanchez Valdez, 22-0, beat him. Before that, he fought a 5-0 fighter. I don't know why he did that. That was up in his later stages of fighting. I don't know why he fought somebody who was 5-0, but he fought him, beat him. But he has beat some undefeated fighters. 6-0 fighter. 1-0 fighter, but I'm just keeping it real. Dude is, at least 34-1, 23 KOs. So that's a high fight for T.O. to come back on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tfm Lopez. That's a high fight right there. Can't be mad at T.O. for that. You know what I'm saying? At least the dude, he ain't got too many losses. Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. I don't really watch female boxing, y'all. But from what I understand, Clarissa Shields is the GOAT simply because, there's no more competition after she fights Marshall, which I hope she doesn't lose to Marshall because There's nobody else for her to fight, so she will have to keep fighting Marshall. But what if Marshall doesn't want to fight her again? Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. Broner versus Floyd. And there's no reason to even talk about that. That's a good fight for Floyd Mayweather right now. I mean, he's better than fighting little Chinese ninjas on top of helicopter pads and all that other stuff. You know, fighting Broner would be good right now. That is a nice money grab for both of them, if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's a good fight for both of them. Don King and NWA. Don King don't give up. You know, Don King don't give a, you know what? Yeah, Don King don't play. He got them bodies, but I have to be another body. I would have to be another body, bro. I want my money. Mckinson is a C+ fighter. No power, makes mistakes, jumps in and out without the jab. He's gonna get knocked out. Virgil Ortiz is gonna knock him out. He's a C+ fighter, in my opinion. Do you think he has skills? No, he does not. No. No. Either Marshall, but KO or hold up. Either Marshall or but KO by $5 if Tyson invested in this fight. Can't blame Bob Arum. I don't know if Tyson invested in this fight. You know what I'm saying? I can't say thank you for the donation, bro, to the channel. I truly appreciate that. Just need to box smart against Ortiz Jr. He too hyper aggressive. Yeah, that's all. Basically what I'm saying is fundamentals beat him. Same thing with Josh Taylor. Come behind the jab. All you have to do is really come behind the jab. If you come behind the jab, you'll beat him. That's what I seen with Maurice Hooker. But Maurice Hooker arms are so long that he smothers his punches. And you can literally see him do that, you know, when he's fighting. He can fight, but he smothers his punches. And you can't do that. That's why I feel like Maurice Hooker then lost the fights that he fought, especially against Jose Ramirez. You know, he's a hell of a fighter, but, you know, I think he smothered his punches because his arms are so long. Ortiz is good. Ortiz is good. He powerful. I'm not taking nothing away from Ortiz. You see, I'm giving him the win, you know, but I just think when it comes to a fighter like they say he want to fight Terrence and other fighters, Terrence will beat him. A fighter with a jab who uses a jab will beat Virgil Ortiz Jr. And like I said, Virgil Ortiz is another Mexican fighter who can literally box. He reminds me of Oscar Valdez in certain ways. He can box as well. But if you put a jab in front of him, I just don't see him beating too many people. Just need to box smart against Ortiz Jr. He too hype. Oh, I already said that. I apologize. I already said that. Crawford freezes up with the jab too. Yes, Crawford stops with the jab a lot until he realizes that he needs it. He will adapt, but sometimes, you know, he will remove himself from the jab if he sees that he can beat you without it. That's one thing we got to understand about Crawford. I hope Maurice win. He a humble gentleman. Maurice is, yeah, he come across real humble. You know, he a Texas dude. You know, that Southern hospitality. You know, I like Maurice Hooker, but I just think he need to work on that inside game and punching close and creating that distance. He shouldn't be fighting up close and smothering his punches. That's not what H Money said. Well, you know, sorry to H Money, you know what I'm saying? But different strokes for different folks. I hope Maurice win. He a humble gentleman. Oh, I'm sorry. You already said that. Ryan Garcia should fight someone that's heard of. I'd like to see Ryan Garcia versus Jojo Diaz. You know, Jojo Diaz himself said they got unfinished business, which was a fight that they were supposed to have. You know, Ryan Garcia jumped out of so many fights. You forget which ones he jumped out of. But that's a potential fight for him to go at next. I would like to see that. But, you know, I'm sick and tired of the lightweight division or super lightweight, lightweight division going behind, you know, scraps. They find fighters that one person already beat. If you know anything about boxing, or you've been watching boxing, like I heard Keith Thurman say, after he lost to Manny Pacquiao, he was depressed. Fighters go through depression after losing. So going beating up on a fighter right after they lost is like beating up on a 7-year-old and you 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good image for you. So when I say fighters go and fight fighters that have, you know, a loss on their record, or they go and fight them right after they zero was lost, you know, after they had their first loss, that's what they're doing. They're going after a fighter that confidence is not high, you know, feeling, you know what I'm saying, depression from the loss. And then they get back in the ring because, you know, the money in. They beat them. Yeah. Sometimes fighters need them confidence building fights. You know what I'm saying? Them step-up fights. Do I think Virgil Ortiz is ready for boots? Possibly so. I can't say he's not. Hopefully he is. Boots needs some competition on his resume as well. Boots ain't doing too much in the sport of boxing at all. Oh, you know, Val, you already know, bro. You already know that. How dare they disrespect my dog Keith Thurman? They must forgot, man. You know, Keith Thurman doing a lot of fugazi stuff right now. You know, that's my favorite fighter. I must admit that. You know, I'm waiting on him to get back in the ring. I didn't like something he said on one of his interviews when they was talking about the rematch with Danny Garcia. They asked him why was he going on a diet. And he said, "Oh, because of me and my wife. We going on a diet together." Nigga, I mean, bro, you supposed to be going on a diet for this boxing match for you to return, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think Keith Thurman, man, I'm thinking he lost focus or something, man. I'm waiting on my boy to come back, put his name in the spotlight. He need to be fighting Boots of Virgil Ortiz right now. That's what he need to be doing. He's why I'm waiting on Al Heyman. Make Al Heyman call you. Tell him what you want, bro. A lot of people disagree with me when I say this, but I think them purses getting too big for fighters. But hear me when I say this. You can never say how much a man deserves for getting punched in his face and getting us entertainment and risking his life. I can never say that. But what I'm saying is, I feel that fighters are getting paid so much that it destroys their hunger. I feel that's what's stopping them from going out there and giving us the fights that we really need and the paydays that they really want, which they are getting paid so good that they're not really concerned about a payday. See, back in the day, everybody fought everybody because fighters were hungry. You had Sugar Ray Robinson fighting fighters 5, 3, 4 times back, you know, back and back again because, you know, people was hungry. They was trying to get money. Now, when you're giving them big purses, they waking up and, you know what I'm saying, which they deserve to wake up in silk sheets. They deserve to, you know, live good. But I just believe that's what's going on. Even Bob Arum said that when Al Heyman first came out of nowhere, he was like, it's destroying. He don't know what he's doing. You paying these big purses, that's making people lazy. And I'm not saying these dudes are lazy. I'm just saying who wouldn't be lazy? These dudes been boxing since they was 7 years old. I got $1 million, $3 million from $3 million from 3 fights. I'm finna lay in the house. Thurman might move to 154 next year so he can fight Tim Tazoo. He probably may. Ain't no telling. Tim Tazoo need to work. He got Charlo problems. Charlo is going to knock out Tim Tazoo. Watch what I tell y'all. I don't know why they playing with Charlo like that and disrespected that man like that, making him go and fight Tim Tazoo because they got paid some money to the WBO. They got paid some money. That's supposed to be Fundora fight. Erickson Lubin was in the lineup to fight Jamil Charlo again because he was the mandatory. Fundora beat him. So that means Fundora takes Erickson Lubin spot. Look how fast the WBO came out and pushed that fight for Tim Tazoo right after that matchup. That was a money grab. Somebody from Tim Tazoo camp paid them in order to push that fight for him. And he gonna go and get knocked out. He got knocked down by Terrell Gaucher, one of the gatekeepers at 154. He got knocked out by Terrell Gaucher, one of the gatekeepers at 154. What make y'all think you can go out there and knock out Jamil Charlo? Oh, he finna beat Jamil Charlo. He got knocked down from a straight right hand. One of Jamil Charlo's bread and butter is the jab, jab, straight right hand. He gonna knock him out, y'all. I thought Errol was the cash cow, but you can't pay Bud what he wants. Both of them gonna be cash cows if they make the fight. You know, whoever the cash cow is, may both of them come together and make money. That's all I'm concerned about. I just want the fight made. Whoever the A side, B side, I don't care. Y'all come together and be the C side. Make the fight. Everybody's sleeping on Thurman. When people bring up Boots versus Thurman, like Boots fought anybody. Yes, sir. Anywhere close to Thurman. You know? Double Zero, you know, it just take real deal boxing fans to see things the way we see it sometimes. You know, no disrespect to anybody, to the casuals or nothing like that. But, you know, when people talk about Boots, they get real upset, but they don't realize that Boots ain't fought nobody. Nobody. That boy ain't got in the ring with nobody who can challenge him yet. Former 140 pounds don't count. Where Boots is 29-0, and all you know is 2 fighters that's on his resume, and he's the real deal. Where this boy's supposed to be at 160, 154, but he rushing the weight class so you try to beat up on somebody smaller and get a belt. Come on now. No knocking Boots. Black man doing his thing, getting his money. I salute you, Boots. I just talk about the sport of boxing, my brother. You know you too big for 147. You trying to go beat up on little guys and take belts. Oh, yeah, they anointed Boots. Put a cross on his head, dipped him in water and everything. And he ain't did nothing. Nothing. Nathaniel. Oh, I did not know. Triple G versus Canelo is for the undisputed matchup. I did not know that. The Triple G versus Canelo, they fight for the undisputed titles, y'all, all of them. The WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF super weight titles. I did not know that. Okay, yeah, Canelo didn't lose his titles to Bivol. Yeah, okay. Oh, man, that's going to be something to see there. I hope Triple G training real hard. I hope he training real hard. I respect Boots, but stop with Boots. He could beat Bud. How can you say that when he ain't fought nobody on the caliber of Bud level? And that's not knocking Boots. I'm just being real. I mean, he has never fought. He ain't fought nobody on the caliber of Hughes. He ain't fought nobody on the caliber of Hughes. Josito Lopez. I like to see Hughes versus this man. I'm talking about. I like to see Conor Benn versus Boots. Conor Benn or Virgil Ortiz or Keith Thurman versus Boots. So we can stop all this Boots talk. Boots ain't nothing special. I think Bivol will eat Canelo lunch at 168. Bivol shouldn't move down or dare think about moving down to fight Canelo again. I already made my money off you and I already beat you. He should never move down to fight Canelo for a rematch. Unless they paying him $30 million. I'll move down then. Other than that, Bivol, go ahead on ride off in the sunset with that victory. Go ahead on, do what you do. Go ahead on, do what you do. Roy Jones and James Toney will destroy the game today. Yeah, especially Roy Jones and all them steroids he was using. James Toney was using them too. But skills pay the bills. I was actually surprised to see that Roy Jones Jr. when I didn't know they fought. You know, I had to research a little bit about boxing. I was like, Roy Jones fought. You know what I'm saying? What's his name we just mentioned? I'm looking at his face is right there in my face. James Toney? Oh, it's right there on the title. James Toney? And I watched that fight and I was like, wow. That really showed you what level Roy Jones was at. But the question you got to ask with Roy Jones now, since a lot of y'all act like y'all don't know the truth about Roy Jones, how he was juiced up several times, too much juiced up on them steroids, was it his skills or was it the steroids? You know, like Floyd Mayweather said about Shane Mosley, was it the skills or was it the steroids? I think it was the steroids for Roy Jones Jr. because later in his career, you got to look at Floyd. Floyd was 36 and going old into his fights. Never lost because Floyd had skills. Later in Roy Jones' career, he started getting knocked out. Why? Because Roy Jones didn't have the reflexes. He didn't have the movement like he used to. And I think that stemmed from steroids. Because no matter what your age is, you don't lose your skills. No matter what your age is, you don't lose your skills. And if Roy was as bad as he was back in the day, Roy could have still been as bad as he was before he was getting knocked out if he would have had them skills. I'm not knocking Roy Jones Jr. Shout out to Roy Jones Jr. to his fans. This is no disrespect. You can check it up for yourself. You can see that Roy Jones Jr. came in one time, with too many steroids. He was almost like Jarrell Miller. You know, he came in on a high level of steroids. So, you know, I'm not knocking. Last thing I want to do is knock another black man, but like I tell y'all, when it comes to this boxing, I'm gonna tell you the truth of what I know. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But look it up for yourself. And I have no problem with you coming back and telling me he was wrong to go to proof. That's what we're supposed to do on these channels. We're not supposed to be up here just talking stuff that we don't know to discredit people. And, you know, that's not the thing. That's not what we're supposed to be on here doing. You know, they always talk about Michael Cunningham as a ticket seller. I always see Leon Muhammad, shout out to Leon Muhammad, legendary OG in the sport of boxing. I always talk about Michael Conlon, but I've never watched a Michael Conlon fight. I've never really heard his name hyped up like that. I've never really too much heard about Michael Conlon. Oh, we also got Blair Cobbs versus Maurice Hooker, which Maurice Hooker is going to beat Blair Cobbs. Blair Cobbs basically showed the world raw its levels, and Blair Cobb don't have the levels. He got power. To me, Blair Cobbs is an imitation Keith Thurman. He's a low-budget Keith Thurman, in my opinion. I'm not disrespecting him. I just see him as a guy. I just see him as a low-budget Keith Thurman. I don't have the skills to talk the talk that he talks after we seen what happened to him last fight. Going against Maurice Hooker, going against that long jab, Maurice Hooker can box. One thing I see about Blair Cobbs, he can adapt. So he won't be going under and making an adaptation to anything that Maurice Hooker brings to the table. and I see him losing again. Not saying by knockout, but possibly, 12-round unanimous decision for, Maurice Hooker. Black Cobb do a lot of talking, man, but he don't walk the walk. And that's what he did last time. He out there talking about Errol Spence trying to trash Errol Spence Jr., and then you going out there getting KO'd. Tank need to fight for the titles. He more than ready, but double barrel shotgun knows Elder protecting him. It ain't just Leonard Ellerbe, it's Steven Espinoza and Floyd Mayweather. That's their money maker. Think about this. What other fighter at PBC brings the money besides Errol Spence? And Errol Spence don't want the biggest fight of his career for real. The biggest fight that could save PBC is Errol Spence versus Crawford, in my opinion. In my opinion. Tank is protected. Tank is not finna fight for nothing. Tank trying to give us a Isaac Cruz rematch, y'all. A Isaac Cruz rematch. You see what I'm talking about? You hate Floyd Mayweather. You hate being over there with him. You tired of him. He jealous of you. Floyd want to see you fall, but you stay there with him. He wants to be protected, y'all. He wants to be. Not a black fighter on his resume yet. Not a black fighter on his resume yet. Shout out to you, Tank. Young black man getting money, rich as hell. Shout out to you, them beautiful children. Taking care of them. This is no hate towards you, my brother. I'm just talking about the sport of boxing. Give us the fights we want to see, please. You said Floyd was jealous of you and he didn't want to see you shine, but you stay over there with him. Come on, baby. Now we got Adrian Broner versus Omar Figueroa coming up as well. You know what I'm saying? I got I can't really say because I want to go for AB, but we got to see what type of AB this is. Easy to beat Omar Figueroa, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Move back, use clinch, box. Whenever he's trying to get off on his offense, you clinch him. See, y'all can tell from the way I talk about this boxing, man. Y'all could tell that I've been watching this for a long time. I ain't never been in no boxing ring. Listen to what I just told y'all against Omar Figueroa, a fighter that come in doing windmills and not stopping. Create distance, throw your jab, move around the ring. When he get close to you, grab him, clinch him. Turn him in the corner, turn him to another way, create your offense again. Never boxed a day in my life, man. Huh? Huh? The hell these niggas talking about, man? I ain't have the box, man. I know the sport. I've been watching it too long. Buddy, that dude for real. He that booger man that he under the PBC bed. Oh, yes. Y'all check out my video I had to do about boxing ego. Was the most unclassless video. Trashiest. Pathetic as a man video I ever seen in my life. For a boxing channel. It was literally disgusting when I seen what he was up there doing today. Castillo, what's up with you, bro? Hooker missed weight? What? Hooker getting that money, man. He eating too good. See what I'm saying? All these fighters missing weight. I bet you if they was eating oodles and noodles and eating Nutty Buddies at 1:45 in the morning, I bet they'll be eager to get in the ring and wouldn't miss weight. I bet you that. If they was taking home plates from boxing matches, I bet you they wouldn't be sitting up there that eager not to get in there. Boxing ego is a clown. His name is Eric Gomez. Well, shout out to Eric Gomez. I have nothing against you, Eric Gomez, but you biased as hell. You biased as hell, boxing ego, and you wrong for what you did, bro. Yeah, everybody have their freedom of opinion. This is no disrespect to them. You know, these men got way more money than me. You know what I'm saying? I see, you know, they want, when you say something to these dudes, they go to arguing about who got more money. Well, I'm telling you straight up, I'm broke. So ain't no way you can come for me. And ain't no way you can make me feel bad either. So if you ever come for me, I'm letting you know now, you gotta come another way. I'm not gonna argue you about material stuff. I'm only here for 70 years, sir. That's what the Lord said in the Bible. And he ain't say no Brinks truck was following the hearse. Ain't no Brinks trucks following hearses. So it's supposed to be all about boxing, man. We're gonna debate about boxing, not about who got the bigger house, who got the bigger car, man. We grown men, man. Come on, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They're gonna mess around and they're gonna be YouTube boxing channels fighting. They're gonna mess around and it's gonna be YouTube boxing channels fighting. That's what they finna do in a minute. It's gonna be YouTube boxing channels fighting in a minute. Set me up for a fight. Easy work gonna be there, baby. Give me a trainer, let me train for like however long they give us. We gonna get in there, baby. We gonna make it do what it do. I need that bread. Blue Blood is a Floyd fanboy. Let me see Castillo with Floyd. Blue Blood, aka the bus driver. Hey, however you gotta get his money, man. You know, don't knock the man for his hustle, man. Don't knock him for his hustle. Jerry Anderson could be the next U.S. potential heavyweight. Probably so. There's a difference between opinion and misinformation. Yes, it is. There's a major difference between opinion and misinformation. A lot of these guys be out here putting out misinformation, man. Just for clickbait, just for these guys to click on their channel, I salute them. You know, they've been around a long time, got big platforms, but the biggest platforms need to be the most truthful because you got a lot of people viewing y'all. You know, you have a responsibility to the public. That's the way I look at it. Either black or brown, Johnny boy, we're gonna fight and charge us $20. Major key boxing real. H Money and Lisa Bells were gonna be the refs. I don't really understand what you're saying, but you know, like I said, I love to have a situation where they have YouTube channels, you know, meeting up in boxing, creating matches. I'm with it and I'm for it. I need the money. Call easy. I'm fighting, baby. I'm getting in the ring with it. All day, every day. You understand me? You understand? Let me see what else coming up here, you know. Ain't too much else happening. Oh, I forgot. Y'all know Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay will be happening on August the 12th. Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay. You understand me? That's going to be a good fight right there. I want to see that one. I want to see that there. Other than that, August 13th, that's when we got Tfm Lopez versus Pedro Campo, 10 rounds junior welterweight. That will be happening. Let me see what else we got coming up, man. Oh, it's looking bad. Oh, we got Badu Jack finally back. I've been wondering about Badu Jack. Badu Jack will be fighting on August the 20th versus Richard Rivera, 10-round light heavyweight fight. I guess they're trying to have everybody fight now. I wonder if Alabama is ever going to get a new superstar like Wilder. I doubt it. If Jim's won base down here, Wilder had access to somewhere to go. Gyms ain't really, Birmingham ain't, especially in Birmingham. No, I mean they got boxing gyms and stuff now, but they like in like the white neighborhoods, really, you know. But no, ain't none in the hood. We need some in the hood. I wish I could have one in the hood. I really wish I could be in boxing and have me a gym and take a lot of young kids off the streets, and I could be right there with them, you know, with what I know. And of course, we're gonna have to get people who really know something. But I can know when somebody playing somebody. And I'm gonna tell them straight up, bro, you ain't messing over these my fighters, my little young boy. I need the money, bro. Donate to the channel. Donate to the channel. Y'all see it at the bottom. I need money, bro. A dream is a dream without the cash. I be telling people that, they be like, man. I'm like, bro, we sitting up here talking about nothing without money. They were gonna fight Major Key Boxing. Was going to be the ref and Hunt and H Money and Lisa Balls were judging the fight. Oh, okay. Shout out to H Money on that. We're finna judge some. Oh, Tevin Farmer, one of the best defensive fighters in the game right now, this day. Maybe Birmingham gonna have a white champ, probably so. I doubt it though. Only shot fighters because Don King. What you mean? Only shot fighters because of Don King? I'm misunderstanding what you were saying, bro. We got Jose Zepeda versus Richard Coleman. They ain't said nothing about this. Jose Zepeda versus Richard Coleman is August the 27th, y'all. Check that out too. Jerry Anderson will be fighting also heavyweight at on August 27th. Andrew Ruiz versus Ortiz will be on September the 4th, y'all. September the 4th. Luis Ortiz versus Andrew Ruiz. We checking for that one. I'm going with Luis Ortiz. Up in age, I want him to shut the Wilder haters up. Or Wilder fought an old guy. Well, he up in age now, so if he beat Andrew Ruiz, that shut the Deontay Wilder haters all the way up, baby. And no, I'm not just saying that because I'm from Alabama. Okay? No, I'm not just saying that. Other than that, man, little name we know from watching boxing, if you be on YouTube a lot watching boxing, Floyd Diaz. You know what I'm saying? That's a little boy, you know, used to be in the gym with Floyd. They used to call him a certain nickname. I can't remember. Cash Flow or something like that. He will be fighting on September the 23rd. Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker. I'm going with Joe Joyce. Joseph Parker is a gatekeeper at heavyweight to me. Oh, January the 28th, Jamil Charlo versus Tim Tazoo, y'all. January the 28th. We're going to see Tim Tazoo, in my opinion, get knocked out. Rushing too fast, trying to get a belt. Running up on that most dangerous Charlo brother. He's going to get knocked out. And y'all know I'm not just saying that because y'all know I don't really too much ride with the Charlo brothers, but I give men credit when they deserve it. And Charlo ain't nothing to play with, especially Jamil. That boy ain't nothing to play with, man. He knocked out my favorite fight, one of my good fighters I like, Erickson Lubin. in one round. For the young generation just coming up, boxing expedition seem to be the supposed to be exciting thing going on that are getting into the sport. Yeah, but they ain't gonna like it once they start boxing and they in the gym every day and they go win 23 fights and then they see Jake Paul above them. They ain't gonna like it then. You've been in the trend and you've been in the gym every day and then, oh, here come a new Jake Paul. Wow. Yeah, they mandated them to because they received some money. If the earth flat was meteor showers, I done been on the earth 4 decades. I ain't heard about a meteor shower hitting nothing yet, so don't worry about a meteor shower. We in a dome covered with water. That's why the sky is blue. We in a dome covered with water. Can't nothing enter or leave this earth. Nothing. You heard me? Don't believe the hype. Can nothing enter or leave this earth, my brother? Don't believe what people saying. Wi-Fi and satellites is a signal. A signal. If space was real, why rich people don't be in space? You know they love to stunt on us. I ain't seen Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, or nobody in space yet. Because it's a lie. But I'm supposed to be talking about that on this video. We're supposed to be talking about boxing, baby. Y'all got to tune in. That's why I tell y'all talk about more than boxing. You understand me? Stay tuned for the other videos. You understand? I keep it coming with more truth everywhere. More truth, boxing truth, real truth, life truth. Just holler at your boy. I'm going to give it to you. Holler at your boy. You feeds me? Oh, also, you got to talk about Jake Paul versus Hakeem Rahman Jr. Now, basically, from what I'm understanding is, they canceled this fight on this boy simply because they ain't sell no tickets. And also, he ain't make no weight. Which they was finding reasons so they could stop the fight because they knew they weren't going to sell the fight. And this is coming from Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins said, you know, due to him being OG in the game of boxing, him being around, him being with Golden Boy Promotion, he heard through the grapevine that the reason the fight was canceled is simply because they could not sell tickets. I just want to, say that, what I'm saying. If science was true, they should tell people that there's no possible way they can get past the radiation belts. Well, they don't do that. Like I seen a guy, and I gotta get off this, but I seen a guy on the TikTok video say, when they went to space, how did they know they couldn't breathe oxygen? It was supposedly their first time going. So how y'all knew you couldn't breathe up there? Yeah, okay. I mean, hey, you do what you do. But this is not the right time for that. We can't go into that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you want to talk about that. That's time for another video, my brother. And I thank you for tuning in. But right now, y'all, we finna go ahead and get off. I've been on, almost an hour. I thank everybody for coming on the channel. I appreciate you. Stay tuned to the channel. As you see, we talk about more than boxing. You will like the content of other videos. You know, just stay tuned. If you want to show the channel some love, go to the description. Got Cash App, PayPal. It's up to you, baby. Just stay out here, stay safe. You know what I'm saying? This your boy, Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.